Over the past few decades, there have been so many changes in the whole world. Our world has changed out of all that we've known. Fashions change. Hairstyles change. Companies change their logos and branding. Even cartoon characters change over time, right? But there's still one thing, one major thing, where many people, for some reason, seem to be stuck in the past. Now, this is something that everyone in this room is doing. And so are your bosses, your colleagues, your clients, your friends, everyone you know. And you're doing it every day. And because of this, we are losing trust, we are wasting money, we are ruining reputations, and productivity is decreasing. For over 20 years now, I've been helping individuals and organizations deal with this specific challenge. And I'm very happy to say that with a few simple changes, we can make a huge difference. So what is it? What is this one major area where so many people seem to be stuck in the past? Well, it happens every day when you put your fingers on the keyboard to write emails. But first, let me take you back to life before email. Yes, there was life before email. It was 1973 when I first started work as a secretary in my hometown of Sheffield in the north of England. The chairman of the company would love to invite me into his office, and I would take down notes in Pitman shorthand, and he would dictate his letters and memos. I'll never forget one day, he said to me, "You know, Shirley, people love to read my letters because I write very long sentences. And I put lots and lots and lots of commas in there to make the meaning very clear. And I use lots of big words because big words will impress people." Now, you remember, it was 1973. I'm the new girl in the office. All I could say at the time was, "Yes, sir, of course." But this started me thinking about the way we communicate, particularly the way we write. Now, in those days, of course, it was on a manual typewriter. Boom, 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 ping, bang, boom, 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 ping, bang. The world has changed a lot since then. We've now got flat screens, iPads, mobile phones, and of course, we function largely through email. Research says that by the end of this year, we will be sending 246 billion emails every day. However, despite all the advances in technology, how much has our writing really changed? Let's explore communication over some different eras to answer that question. I'm going to take you back even further now to the first half of the 20th century. Let's go back to 1919. A meeting in 1919 may have begun something like this. "Oh, hello, Mr. Tan. Good morning. Very pleased to meet you again. And how's your good wife?" "Very good. Do take a seat." In those days, we kept people at a distance. The wheels of commerce turned so much more slowly in those days. We could take time to build a relationship. So let's see what a letter, what would a letter have looked like as a follow-up after that meeting? The boss might have written, "Dear Mr. Tan, comma, pertaining to our meeting this morning, comma, at our offices, comma, please find attached herewith our formal quotation for your reference and perusal. Should you require any further information regarding the above mentioned, kindly do not hesitate to contact the undersigned." With kind regards, we remain very truly yours. You see, the meeting was quite cold and distant and formal. The letter is cold and distant and formal, right? So let's bring it right up to date to 2019. 2019, a meeting may begin something like this. Hey, John, how's it going? Great to see you again. And how's Mandy? All good, please give her my love. Come on over, let's go and sit on the sofa. However, after that very informal, friendly, chatty meeting, the boss may send an email that looks like this. Hi, John, as per our meeting, please find attached our quotation for your reference and perusal. Kindly do not hesitate to contact us should you require any further clarifications. Thank you and regards. Now, I can already tell that you are noticing that there are a lot of similarities in this email from 2019 as there was in the 1919 letter, right? After a warm, friendly conversation, we have a cold, formal, distant email. To me, this makes no sense. Let me show you what this email could look like. Hi, John. It was great to meet you today, and I'm glad you like our new line of Danish office furniture. I'm pleased to attach our quotation with a special discount as promised. If you have any questions, just give me a call. I'll be happy to help. See you soon. Big difference? After a warm, friendly meeting, here we have a warm, friendly email. Today, I think our aim in writing and in communicating has got to be to get things done quickly. We want to build connections. We want to build reputations. We want to create trust. This email is much more likely to create trust than the first one. Whatever the era, communication has always been rather like a dance. When we go back to the early part of the 20th century, it was a slow dance, a little bit like a waltz. We kept each other at a distance. There was really not a lot of connection as we moved around the dance floor. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then, when we put our fingers on the keyboard to write a letter, we still danced the waltz. Fast forward to today. Today, we've got to keep connections and build relationships quickly. Our dance today is rather like a cha-cha-cha. We've got to be lively and energetic, and it's rather playful. 1, 2, cha-cha-cha, 1, 2, cha-cha-cha, 1, 2, cha-cha-cha. However, something strange happens when we put our fingers on the keyboard to write an email. We start writing long-winded sentences and template-style jargon. We switch back to a waltz. Let me share with you an example. I worked with a company in one of the most modern cities in the world, Singapore, and their mission statement said, we want to make our customers very happy. Customer relations are key. We want to appear as approachable, warm, and caring. If you called their hotline, you might hear a recorded message, something like this. Hi there, we're sorry, we're on another call right now, but hang tight, we'll be with you soon. And then after that, when you finally have spoken to a real person, you may get an email something like this. We refer to your telephone call regarding the above. We regret that we are not able to accede to your request at this point in time. Upon receipt of the below-mentioned documents, we will proceed to make the necessary arrangements. If you require any further clarifications, kindly do not hesitate to contact us. Kind regards. To me, this makes no sense whatsoever, and I hope you can see the disconnect here. This email looks to me like it could be written by a robot that is programmed to perfection. It's 2019, not 1919. So let's take a look at the question why. Why are some people still writing like our grandparents did? Why, like our great-great-grandparents did? And why do we have to make some changes now? Our ancestors used to love phrases like these at the beginning of some sentences. Please be informed, please be advised, kindly be reminded. Why? Because they wanted to appear more professional and courteous. And in those days, this was fine. They could build relationships slowly then. Today, surely we can still be professional and courteous by getting to the point, and let's face it, the point starts at the end of those phrases. Our ancestors used to love flowery words. Here's a few of my pet peeves for today. Disseminate, assistance, and concur. And our ancestors loved flowery words. Today, let's use simple words. Instead of disseminate, let's say share or pass. Instead of assistance, we can often say help. Instead of concur, let's say agree. Today, we need simple words. Our ancestors used passive voice. Passive voice keeps people at a distance which was appropriate in those days. Here's an example. The investigation has been concluded by our client. We're going to change this like magic to active voice. Look what happens. We put the person first, and the sentence is shorter. Active voice shows responsibility and accountability. Active voice will bring people closer. That's what we need to do. Let me show you one more example. The waltz was danced by Shirley. We're going to change this to active voice by saying, well done. Shirley danced the waltz. Today, we need verbs. Use active voice. I'm sure, like me, whenever you go online, you're often asked to tick the boxes to show where the traffic lights are. Yeah? And also, let me just share with you one example about a company that did use more modern language. A company produced a clearer bill in plain English, and they saw customer queries fall by 25% every quarter. Another organization started using clear language, and they rewrote one letter in plain English, and they had 11,000 fewer phone calls than in the previous year. Readers today want to know what to do and how to reply. Writers today can help by doing what these organizations did and writing plain English. That means English language that's easy to write, easy to read, and easy to understand. And that involves simple words, short sentences, clear language, and active voice with no redundancies. So yeah, we've all seen images online when we try to sign up for something. And I think almost daily we are asked to declare, I am not a robot. Or this one's my favorite, prove you are human. Every day it happens, right? So here's my challenge for you. Next time you put your fingers on the keyboard to write an email, prove you're human. We have never before lived through such rapid disruption in the way we work and live our daily lives. In a few decades, we've gone from horse and carriage to driverless cars. We've gone from manual typewriters to superpowered computers and robots. And yes, it's essential that we embrace all these changes as our world becomes even more high-tech. But isn't it equally essential that we should all become so much more human? Let's leave the robots to do what they do best. It's up to us as humans to make a human difference.